You've now entered the chat.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the chat club.
Yes, it's been too long. We've missed you all.
I know we have been gone for too long. I'm going to be very transparent. This is our third time trying to film tonight because of the technical difficulties, and I'm going to freak out if it doesn't work.
Yep. If anything, this is going to probably just be a 20-minute podcast just letting you know how we're doing inside.
Yeah, it's going to be a short episode, you guys, tonight. I just don't even know what to say.
Just to let you know, we usually do this at 7:30 every Tuesday. 7:30 at night every Tuesday. It is currently 8:30. And we both have bedtimes because we're old.
We both have bedtimes. Yeah, it's literally, I'm I don't have time to say it. I do, but I don't have time to stay here all day. Okay, anyways. Wow, Faith, it's been great. It's been great.
Well, on a nice lighter note, I did get to see Brandon in person this weekend on Sunday.
If you followed the chat club on Instagram, you would know.
True fans out there.
Yes.
Brandon, should we let them see what we both got together? Because we went on a little shopping trip to the mall.
Yes,
okay.
Let's do that.
Here, let me lower my mic. It is in large letters saying Edward Cullen.
Yes, we got matching Edward Cullen merch.
Yes, because we're true tryhards. Is that the fan?
We are true tryhards.
Okay, good. I'm I'm
is
guessing.
That what I believe that's what it is. Yeah, tryhards.
We're fucking nerds.
And we have a story in this episode that we will touch upon that kind of explains the t-shirts, but yes, I came to Wisconsin this weekend with my family and to go visit my parents, and Faith made time to see us, and that was amazing. And it was awesome. Sunday we went to the mall and we got these matching t-shirts. Yes. And it's just it's fun. It was fun.
At the bottom of the shirt, you guys can't see it, but it says the quote from Edward, and it says, "What if I'm not the hero? What am I the bad guy?" Yeah. And yeah, because we're super emo that way. I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, you should tell them how we even ended up buying these in the first place.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay, so we went to the mall, and this mall was kind of low-key dead. There was a lot of stores missing within the mall.
And I feel like that's all malls nowadays because of COVID and shit like that.
So sad. I know, it's so sad. And commercial units are just not doing so well. Anyways, but that's just logistics, you know. No, so we went to this store called Box Lunch.
Yes, not the lunchbox.
It just reminds. Yeah, it just reminds me of Lunchbox, and I'm pretty sure I've said it on this podcast before, but
yes.
Do you even own a lunchbox?
Do you even own a lunchbox? We have to make that clip.
So iconic.
Oh yes, I need a drink too. Cheers.
Yes, cheers. Seriously need it. I seriously need it. No, so Faith and I saw each other. It was awesome. It was magical. We went to my brother's for dinner, and it was a fun weekend.
Yeah. We had some laughs, of course, because we're both fucking hilarious.
I know. It was amazing.
And honestly, Brandon, I was just really happy to see Jolene. It's been so long because we get to see her. We get to have our weekly chats, but Jolene, Brandon's mother is a godsend.
She is an angel sent from above.
Honestly.
Seriously, an angel. I love her so much.
Her and I and you both share our love and deep belief in mermaids.
Yes, we all are mermaids. If you know my mother, she is convinced she is a mermaid. And yeah.
And
which is
I believe it.
I think it's Yeah, same. Like I've never seen a mermaid and her in the same room before. So.
Yeah. Explain that. Okay.
Explain that, but I don't know anything. I don't know.
Take our word for it.
Yeah, seriously. No, it's good to be back. Faith and I were gone for about 2 weeks, but not on purpose or anything. It was like Faith got a cold and got sick last week, and so I tried to film an episode with Abby, who you guys will all meet. She's my best friend and also stepdaughter. And like, I don't know, like my audio was just like absolute crap, and I was like, we're a podcast first and then we're a video second. Like my video was so good, but like my audio was like not anywhere near good quality, so I'm like, I'm not putting this out. So that's why there was not a video episode last week. But yeah, it's good to be back in the chair with a microphone talking to you guys.
Yes,
it's good to be back
and good to have that connection. Can we go back to mermaids, because I wanted to talk about H2O.
Oh my god, yeah, for sure. H2O, just add water.
So if y'all don't know, there's this fabulous and amazing show that was made in the 2000s, and it's called H2O, Just Add Water. For you Gen Zers out there, this is the best show known to mankind about mermaids. And it was, made on the Nickelodeon channel.
It was so good. It was so good.
And before Phoebe Tonkin and Claire Holt were on the sci-fi Vampire Diaries and the originals, what they're more known for, they bring it all the way back to their roots of being mermaids in H2O. And
so
Brandon,
good.
I would like you to tell everyone what each mermaid's power was.
Okay. Because I know them. Okay, so the first one was like hydrokinesis, which is like basically Cleo could expand and explode water. Like that's what she could do. I'm also going to tell you they're like advanced powers, like after like second season their powers like grew.
Basics first.
Yeah, basics first and like second. Okay, so and then Claire, or no, sorry,
Emma.
Ema. Yeah. She could basically freeze water like with her hands, and like I know all the hand moments too. Okay, sorry.
Everyone does.
And then and then Ricky could boil water. Like turn things, make things hot, and that had liquid in them. Everything had to be like water based, or else like just like wouldn't make sense. And then Bella, that comes into season 3, she could turn things into gelatin or like a stone. Yeah, which is really fucking cool, actually. It just had to be like a play. Yeah, if you really think about it. No, Cleo's like, and then Cleo's second power. Like all their powers advanced, and like she could control the wind. Emma's kind of was like boring. Like all she could do was like super freeze it. Yeah, it was like super freeze, and like could freeze inanimate objects that didn't have to have water in it.
Oh, I mean, I guess there's that. You know,
and then like Ricky could start shit on fire.
Yeah, and lightning.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah. So cool.
Should we demonstrate the hand gestures that they do?
Okay, yeah. Let's do Cleo.
She usually does this, and she kind of like does like a clockwise, counterclockwise move, right? And then
all I envision is like the bubble of water that she puts in her mouth.
Always, yeah. Or like, okay, when I was a kid, when they would like turn on the hose, and like the water would start going spat, 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 spat. I was pretending like, yes. I did that, you guys.
Exactly.
Okay. And then Emma. Yeah, this is like really lame. It's just kind of like, oh, hey.
So funny.
She was my least favorite. Not gonna lie. I feel like she was everyone's least favorite. She was just a stickler. Yeah, she's just a stick in the mud.
It's always the middle.
And then Ricky. Ricky was, the hot one. And she would just, like, kind of just, like, gradually make a fist. God, she had really nice hands, too. I loved looking at her hands because they were, like, nice and bony and, like, really firm.
True.
And, of course, like, you see, like...
Do you remember at Bella's?
Crap, no, I don't. What was it? I haven't gotten that far.
Like, it's upside down Cleo.
Like an opposite Clear.
Yeah.
Spicy meatball, you know?
Seriously.
That's my brain getting ahead of me. So anyway, so the base point of the show is when it says just add water. So these girls obviously weren't born into being the mermaids. They went into this magical whirlpool of Mako Island. And they did it on a full moon. And I guess that's a really powerful thing because that's how they became mermaids, which we all dreamt we could be. And so after that, if they were to touch any kind of water, no matter what, they would just flop out a tail. Like wet hair, wet body, tail, everything. Even if it was just like one little drop.
And when I tell you, the tails on this show were so realistic.
Seriously. And they were so good.
I want one so bad.
They were so good at, like, because, like, on the back, you know, there's, like, that, like, really long part of, like, the fin or something like that. That's, like, where the zipper is. And you couldn't even tell. So I'm like, that is so freaking smart to put that in there.
Did you watch, like, the behind the scenes on how they made it?
Yeah, and, like, it was all based in SeaWorld.
And they had to be carried by, like, 8 men.
Yeah, because that thing was fucking heavy. That tail, I mean. The tail was really freaking heavy.
Yeah, but they said it was like super easy to swim in, which I thought was like insane.
That's literally my dream. I want one of those fucking tails just so I can understand how to swim
bad.
Like a mermaid.
So bad.
Seriously.
Literally so bad.
Oh my god, when we were in high school, Brandon and I bought monofins. We did it together.
Just so we could like win our we could play our fantasy.
Exactly. And we went to our friend's pool. Amanda, Angel, and Marissa, if you're listening, shout out to your pool.
Shout out to y'all. Literally.
And that's where we would do all of our fantastic fin dives, if you will.
Oh my god, so cool. I remember like posting on Instagram like the video of me like.
But then you'd have to wear goggles because you can't look underneath the chlorine water, and you looked good, but I looked like...
Oh my god, yeah.
I looked like a bullfrog. It was not ideal. I definitely look more attractive dry than wet.
That is so funny.
Oh my god. But I mean, so I was watching H2O over the weekend, and as Brandon said, I had a cold, and when I have like a cold, I'm like all stuffy, and I honestly just sound like I'm drunk. So I wanted to make a video of my thoughts on this show, and so since they cannot get wet, they can't like wet their toothbrush to brush their teeth because it'll touch their skin and it'll act like a fish. And I'm like, okay, so they have to brush their teeth with a dry toothbrush. Gross, right? I know. But then after they've done their business in the bathroom, does that mean they don't wash their hands? Even if they use like Germex, that's still like a water-based thing. So it's like, who wins? Like, I don't.
Not the mermaid.
They do not wash their hands until they take a bath. Because you obviously can't take a shower. You always got to take a bath when you clean yourself, because you can't just stand up with your tail. So,
but I thought in one of the episodes they timed it on how long it takes them to turn.
Well, I know, but they say for basic hand washing, you have to sing the alphabet. Do you know how long the alphabet is? And so you have to be completely dry by that time. Okay? Do you know how many paper towels I would take to be completely dry and not grow a tail in that time span? It's not ideal and it will not work. Okay? I've done the math. I'm just kidding. It will not work. But seriously.
It will not work. Oh my god. Well, H2O got a reboot. Did you watched mermaids. It, right? The Mako Mermaids?
I think I watched like one episode and I'm like, oh, boy mermaids. No. This is weird.
offended.
I know. I'm like, merman? I don't know. Where's Clear? She's my favorite. And Lewis.
That show got like 5 seasons.
Goddamn. And they earned every single one. Except for Charlotte. Fuck Charlotte. If y'all know who Charlotte is, she's a bitch. And I don't like her. And I wish she was never in that fucking show. When she became a mermaid and had all 3 powers. Okay, you know what? We'll get off this rant.
I was pissed.
I'm sorry.
I was pissed when she did that.
This whole episode's about H2O now.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of reboots.
Yeah.
I think we should dive into the stories.
Yeah. Okay, lead them. Carry it away.
Okay, I got my fancy iPad
you got your
here.
Notes.
I got my notes. Okay. So, first story. And this was announced last week, but I feel like it's germane to our episode. Okay. And what we're talking about and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Faith, are you ready for this news?
Hit me.
Okay. Break out the sparkle. The Twilight Saga is getting a televised treatment. A source tells Hollywood Reporter that a series version of author Stephenie Meyer's best-selling book series is in early development at Lionsgate. And they say that Twilight TV series is in infancy and does not yet have a network platform, as sources say the studio, which controls the rights of the franchise, plans to lead the development on the project before shopping the rights around. There is not yet a timeline for when the Twilight series will be taken out to the potential buyers. Sources say that author Meyer will be expected to be involved in the television adaptation. So, how do we feel about a Twilight reboot?
I'm gonna have to go with a no. I don't see it being great. Because look at our shirts. There's only one Edward Cullen, and it's our Pattinson.
Like, I'm not ready.
Pattinson.
I'm not ready for Robert Pattinson not to be Edward Cullen. Cullen. I'm not ready for it.
Or Kristen Stewart not to be Bella, because like even when we were reading the books, like that's who you envision. The awkward.
That's who I envision the entire time.
Beautiful-haired person, you know. So.
And like Ashley Greene not being Alice, like
yeah,
who
so
could play a better Alice?
Okay, yeah, and then Jackson Rathbone as Jasper.
I know.
God, he's so hot.
I just feel like the movies when they came out, I didn't see the first one come out in theaters, but I saw the rest of them. Midnight premiere. I was like diehard fan. I made t-shirts. Like I was like, I was obsessed with this. Yes. And then when we went and saw Eclipse at midnight, I forced Alex to come with me. I forced her. But in return, she forced me to go see Harry Potter at midnight. So, because I was not a big Harry Potter fan at the time. Yeah. I just wasn't. Anyways.
And that's a
so I like the movies have such a special place in my life, in my heart. Like those movies mean so much. And the books, like the books are even better. I mean, the first book was like so good, but like it kind of went downhill from there. But
yeah, well, New Moon's
like the whole franchise. Yeah, the whole franchise is so good.
Seriously.
It's just they perfected it. Like how are you going to redo Breaking Dawn Part 2? Like the twist.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Are they even gonna get that far? Right? You know what I mean? They'll probably be canceled after one season.
Right. Well,
everyone's gonna be like, "This is stupid."
So stupid. You know? Like that's how a lot of people are like acting, because we found out this in the same week. Like Harry Potter is also getting a reboot by HBO Max, and HBO Max signed an 8-year contract.
8?
So basically, they're greenlit all 8 seasons, or like all 8 books.
Jesus. See, that's another thing that
so they're doing like
Twilight and Harry Potter. They're like everybody's comfort movies. that just make sense and you don't want to change, because us millennials and Gen Zers, we are not good with change. You can't do that to us. And to throw a whole nother thing at us like that, new cast, you know, probably different storylines, different soundtrack, obviously. Like, all the songs and the music in the first Twilight movie, iconic. Fucking iconic. And in Breaking Down Part 1, Christina Perri, she dedicated her life for that.
Oh
Not
my
like
God,
she didn't die
literally,
or anything,
she
but like iconic.
No, but she, yeah. I just have like a weird feeling about reboots.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think that they can be done tastefully, because I truly think that they can. I just feel like it never works out ever. Like Charmed reboot, like that was just, I mean, a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of got,
you know what I mean?
Though, you said.
Like, yeah, it did. The fourth season actually was really good. just because
Gossip Girl, it was a flop.
Main writer flop. I mean,
it was a flop.
And then the only show that I can think of that had a good reboot was Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah. Well, they tried one after that, and that was a flop. And now they have this one that has nothing to do with it. And that's why it's doing so well, because it has nothing to do with it.
So well.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with it, and they like, it's just, and it's not even, it's like, it's not retelling the same story.
Right.
That's already been told. You know what I mean?
Right. But for this, like, if they're doing Harry Potter and they're doing Twilight and they're based off of books, they have to stick to the original content, like how the movies did. And no one wants to hear the story again with different cast. So I don't understand what they're going to do.
Right.
Because, like, I think I only know a couple other ones that have done, like, started with movie and then had a TV show, but they aren't well known because they didn't do well.
Right.
So I feel like whoever is producing this and putting all the money into it, I hope you get your money back. You know?
Seriously. And I feel like I just feel as if it's a money grab. Like, I feel like, okay, this franchise did so well 13 years ago. Like, why don't we do it again? And, like, why don't we make TV series? And then, like, if the TV series does well, we can do spin-offs. Like, we can do, like a prequel. And, like, also, why don't you just, why wouldn't they make, like, a prequel TV show? That'd be cool. I would watch that. Like
when Edward first became vampire or something, and like Carlisle's like plucking all the other like family members. Yeah, or like the Volturi. Or like when Carlisle would be a cool ass.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd love an Arrow
That'd be a great show. Yeah, that would actually be really, really good.
Yeah, people take fucking notes. For Harry Potter, I don't know. You can do it like when, like Dumbledore was like going to school or something. I don't know.
I don't understand why for Harry Potter they didn't just continue the story. Like, why wouldn't you do the cursed child or the cursed child, add like the musical, adapt it to a TV series, and then just continue on with that?
Wait, it was made into a musical?
Like build off of that. That's like it was a musical.
Really? I had no idea either.
And then it came out,
Huh.
Oh yeah, and then it was made into a book, and then it was now it's so.
Honestly, I think for J.K. Rowling, I think that like how you said, a money grab. Even though she's like a gazillionaire, I'm just saying like I think it's more for like reputation, because she's been getting a lot of hate for the last few years because of her transphobic, homophobic kind of stuff that she's been saying.
Comments, yes, and like racist stuff that's actually in the books, which is kind of wild.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But did you know that she did not want anyone who wasn't European in the movies? She didn't want anyone from America to be in the movies. Like, not any of, like, the main characters or anything.
Really?
Yeah, because I think...
Wild.
I don't remember who, but... a couple... I don't know his name, and I feel like you probably wouldn't know who he was, but this boy who's from America, he's done a couple of other movies, and he auditioned to be Harry Potter, and she's like, yeah, he's great, you know, like, he made it to, like... for actually being seen by J.K. Rowling. And she's like, yeah, he's great and everything, but he's not from Europe, and he doesn't have an accent, like British accent, anything like that. She wants an authentic person from Europe.
Oh, he's not from the UK.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, I had just said Europe.
Understood.
Because, like, Emma Watson's from France. She was born in France anyway, but she has a British accent, so I'm just like, I don't want to exclude everybody. You know, and then there's that one kid who always got stuff blown up on his face, and he had, like, kind of like a Scottish accent, so, you know.
True.
Yeah. But anyway.
True.
Yeah, I don't think either of them are going to do well, and I think even though they ended around the same time, now they both want to do a show. I'm like, kind of suspicious.
At the same time?
Exactly.
It's weird.
Like, whose idea was first, you know?
I think it's going to be, like, the franchise revenge, like, all over again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, franchise versus franchise, remember? Mm-hmm. But anyways, moving on. Okay.
Yes.
So are you ready for your second story?
I absolutely am.
Okay. White Lotus and breakout star Lucas Gage and Kim Kardashian's celebrity hair guru Chris Appleton tied the knot in a secret wedding at a little white chapel in Vegas over the weekend. A source tells Page Six that they wed in front of 6 guests, including Kim Kardashian herself. Clark County records obtained by Page Six also confirmed that they applied for a marriage license.
Oh.
Yes.
Damn. Who is he in You?
So I thought this was weird. Okay, so did you watch the new season of You?
Yeah, was it the American guy in You besides Joe? Okay, the guy who liked being the golden shower guy.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And then he was also in the first season of White Lotus. Oh, you haven't seen that?
No, but I feel like I feel like I've seen, like, pictures of, like, the characters, and he did seem like he was familiar. Like, I probably saw him somewhere, and that's probably where I saw him, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So I want to say it was literally, like, last month or, like, a month and a half ago that they, like, were confirmed that they were dating.
Really? Huh.
Yes. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, boom, they're married.
Man, they're go big or go home, I guess. You know who else got married over?
Right.
Like, I think over the weekend, I think it was Sophia Richie, right?
Stop. She was stunning.
Oh my God. And then Lionel, he sang at her wedding, and I'm like, of course he did. God, it wouldn't be Lionel if he didn't, you know?
Stunning. Do you know that all of her dresses for the wedding were made by Chanel?
Yeah, I just read that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had one for the
oh my God, beautiful.
And then the wedding one.
Where was her wedding at?
Oh, crap. That's the one detail I don't remember.
It was like France, right? It was like France or something, right? Like, it was not in the United States.
Definitely not in the States, no. I mean, I feel like that sounds right. I think so.
And who is he? I'm sorry. Like, I know he's, like, very important, but I don't know.
Oh, is he? I mean, he's got to be if he's married her, right?
Yeah, like, his family comes from a lot of money.
Well, she doesn't need it, so you got to know it's from love, not, you know.
Well, true. Fact.
She's a self-made woman. Because she's beautiful.
Self-made
she's a
woman.
model. She dated Scott Disick.
Yes.
She didn't look happy when she was with him.
No, she did not. It reminds me of that clip of Kim Kardashian with, like, Bella Thorne.
True. I honestly forget about that time with Bella Thorne in the bathroom.
So
honestly, if I was Bella Thorne in that moment, I probably would have fucking shit my pants.
Good. Oh my God. Yeah, so congratulations to the newlyweds if they are...
Mazel tov.
if they're actually married, but like, yeah, like congrats to you guys. Hopefully, I thought it was lesbians that came with the U-Haul, but I guess it's
it's everybody.
The homosexual men.
I mean, LGBT,
okay,
they don't mess
our third story for this evening.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. Rumors that Glen Powell and Gigi Paris have called it quits are running wild after the model recently unfollowed the actor's co-star Sydney Sweeney on Instagram.
I've heard there was like rumors that they were like flirting on set.
Yes. Powell, 34, and Sweeney, 25, are starring together in an upcoming rom-com directed by Will Gluck. The two have been filming an untitled project in Australia, with Sweeney sharing several snaps of their off-camera adventures via social media. So, how do we feel about this?
Listen, I don't know who the chick he was dating, but I know Sydney Sweeney, and I think she is a sweetheart, okay?
Same.
I like her. I think she's a genuine person.
I love Sydney. I think
I've
she's so
gathered,
cool.
And
she
Glen
just like
Powell
gives like cool girl energy.
Absolutely. And Glen Powell's fucking hot. But he like, remember when he was on Scream Queens and he was Chad?
Yes.
I can't unsee the Chad.
Yes.
Like he's always Chad to me. I
that
can
is
hear
so funny.
Emma Roberts' voice. But Chad.
And then she's like jumping. Yes, exactly. What a phenomenal show.
You want to hear a fun fact about Glen Powell?
Yeah.
Okay. You look terrified. Okay, so have you ever seen the Spy Kids, the third one, 3D, Spy Kids in 3D or whatever?
Yes, so good. Yeah.
Okay, so he is one.
It was
of
the worst one, but I loved it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you've never seen the third one?
No, it was like one of the worst ones, but it was my favorite.
Oh, I thought you said I've only seen the first one, but I know what it is. And I'm like, boy. Okay. Yeah, it definitely is the worst one, but it's fine. It's okay to like it. Because Glen Powell's in it. He's one of like the nerdier guys in the very beginning when they're like catching all like the coins and stuff. That's him. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I saw that on a TikTok and they're like, that like catchy TikTok, like, how does this turn into this? Like it's one of those. And I'm like, holy shit, how did it? Oh, what? I was like, that blew my mind. How did I not catch that? Usually I'm pretty good at that, but
yeah, right.
I am. Anyway.
Oh my god, that's so good. No, so I was listening to the Toast this morning and they reported on the story too. And Claudia was so funny. She was like, what's so funny? She goes, I support this. She goes, I know that like if like really like they were like if Glenn was cheating on what was his girlfriend's name? I don't know.
No one cares.
Anyways, his girlfriend with Sydney Sweeney. She was like, I'm in full support because like who even is this bitch? And I feel like Glenn needs to be dating a starlet.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my god. But then I remembered that Sydney Sweeney is engaged.
Oh fuck. Yeah, you're right. Aw. Yeah. Where's the boo?
To like a nobody.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah, for real. To a little, like she's like married, like she's engaged. I mean, I don't want to say like nobody because like obviously it has to be somebody to like.
It's just not a very well-known Hollywood person. Yeah.
Right. So like they would be like great for each other, like clout-wise, and like they're both beautiful people.
We have so much in common. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Damn. Man, I forgot she was engaged. That's a bummer.
But that's are all
great.
The stories.
Fantastic for you, Sydney. Just give Glenn a thought,
Just, maybe, like, if the rumors are true. I mean, his girlfriend unfollowed her. So, like, that's, like, and unfollowing is, like, a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was, like, very supportive of the project when it first came out.
Exactly. But speaking of people following, unfollowing, following again, it has been said that Megan, Fox, and MGK are back on, y'all. They're back on. I feel like that was one of her very first stories, so I'm like, we have to keep up on it, even though we never.
True. We have to keep reporting. Yes. I did not know that. I didn't read that. I'll have to read up on that.
Yeah, they were walking hand in hand on the beach, and then he was giving her a piggyback ride. So it's like, that's kind of a good sign, you know?
That's kind of cute. Hopefully she doesn't have that ring. That ring freaks me out.
Seriously. Yeah, me too.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Not a fan. Oh, it's like on Bruno.
Not a fan.
Or abort it.
Okay, there are just like some movies that are so inappropriate, but like just so good. And Bruno is one of them.
Yeah, you made me.
It's just so inappropriate and like.
Didn't. Yeah. That was back when I was innocent. So and I had no idea what vulgar things like were
Powell
out there. Jamie Lee.
So good. It was like, keep it.
Spears.
Keep it or report it. It was like, it's not funny, but like, it's just like, oh my God. But it's just how like Bruno just brings it up. So good.
Just brings it up.
Like, literally just brings it up.
Oh my fucking God.
So good.
Anyway. Is there anything else you'd like
guys,
to share?
I think that's the episode.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. So. There's the answer, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the answer. I think that concludes our episode this evening. Yes. I'm sorry it's a short one, guys, but it's like 9:00 now, and I'm like,
we told you.
Literally, like,
it was a struggle bus. This right before
this evening. Yeah, it was a struggle bus. But you know, hey, what can you do? But yeah, so we will be here next week. New episode Friday. So make sure you guys subscribe and follow us and listen to us on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcast, Spotify. We are also on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/@thechatclubpodcast. Follow us on Instagram. You know where to find Faith and I. Yes, but thank you guys so much for listening.
Yes, God bless y'all. Thank you. Until next time.
God bless y'all.
One last clink.
One last clink. I finished it, but yes, absolutely.
Well, clinky clink.
Clink, clink, clink.
Yours would make like a tin sound. Ting, ting,
girl.
ting, ting.
Ting, ting, ting. I should put like a ding. Okay. Oh, wait. Before we leave. Okay. This is behind the scenes, so you guys are gonna be like in on the behind the scenes. BTS. So I was thinking of getting us matching, kind of like yin yang BFF phone cases, where yours says euphemism and mine says acronym.
Why do I have to sound like the idiot? Because I thought it wasn't it. Oh my God, but you were thinking that.
I think we should do it. But you said it.
And then instead of us doing clink, we can show it on our phones.
Literally, we should do that. Oh my God. And then we like, if people want it, like they can sell it as merch.
Yeah. If you know, you know. We can make that a keychain or something.
If you know, you know. Yeah, seriously. Okay. Okay. Good night, y'all.
Yes.
See you next week. Same time, same place.
You know.
Bye.
Bye.